Live tonight, the trial against Max stabbing and murder suspect Jeremy Christian has been delayed.
The decision came down earlier this morning from a Multnomah County judge. Fox 12's Bonnie Silkman joins us now live in studio with the details. Bonnie.
That's right, Pete and Liz. Jeremy Christian was supposed to go to trial in June on charges of aggravated murder and intimidation, but this morning a judge decided to grant the defense's request for a delay, citing due process. That means Christian will not be in court until 2020. The charges against Jeremy Christian stem from nearly 2 years ago when prosecutors say he was yelling hate speech at two young women on a TriMet train. Investigators say 3 passengers, men, intervened and stood up to Christian. That's when prosecutors say he stabbed them all, killing Ricky Best and Talesian Numkai Meishi. In a 40-page memo filed just yesterday, victims say the evidence against Christian is solid, including video and audio that clearly captured the attack. They say there are questions that remain for trial, including why Christian allegedly stabbed those men and what his punishment should be. While prosecutors say they support the victims, they want the hearing to start on time. The defense says they need to delay to interview more witnesses, negotiate a potential plea agreement, and to see if Oregon's death penalty laws are changed under a pending Senate bill. The judge then asked Christian how he felt about it.
I think I've always, wanted to get it over with soon. There's video evidence that shows this is a self-defense case. We need a settle, so I have to listen to my attorneys, I guess.
In the end, the judge decided
the court will be granting an extension of the trial setting.
After last week's outbursts in the courtroom,
I'm the victim. You're on video making me. Liar. Liar.
There were 2 more today as Christian was led in and out of the courtroom. As he entered, he shouted to the audience gathered, quote, "Don't put me to death for following state law." As Christian left the courtroom, there was another outburst, this time aimed at one of the alleged victims, saying, quote, "What are you going to do when that video plays? Change your story again?" We talked to that woman about having to wait even longer for trial.
It's hard for us to even imagine that this has to go on for 6 more months because they weren't prepared. Basically, you didn't do your job, so now we have to suffer from them not doing their job.
She also says this case is a prime example of white privilege.
White privilege has had a pass right now. This would be the case if he was black and I was white. He wouldn't be alive right now.
Christian's new trial date is set for January 21st, 2020. Reporting live in studio, Bonnie Silkman, Fox 12 Oregon.